she the rock. Ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team. Yeah, we getting it done. Shout out to Javelle. Yeah, you number one. To a vision. Mind your business. Wait again a minute. Wait again a minute. Wait again a minute.
My mic sound nice, check 1.
My mic sound nice, check 2. We are
ready.
Welcome to another episode of Wait Again Minute Podcast. Today is Thursday, May the 27th, 2021. This episode has been brought to you by none other than Wait Again Minute Podcast.
It's your girl Pint on the mic next to Miss Go Getter.
Hi, everyone.
We're missing She the Rock tonight, but she'll be back with us next week. And tonight, I want y'all, we're tuned in to our topic, listen. So, let's listen to this. Suppose, Miss Go Getter, we in a situation with a significant other, and your significant other was charged with molesting or touching a minor in an appropriate way. Would you believe that about your significant other, or?
Ooh, so
what?
They was charged?
Yeah, they were charged.
Well,
Like went to jail.
The whole 9.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Now, if they already went to jail, that means they already been tried and all of that.
No, that don't mean you've been tried when you go to jail. You are not
arrested.
guilty because you went to jail.
So you saying they were just arrested and their charges was pending court and all
They
that
were
stuff.
pending court.
Okay.
Are you going to get them?
I don't know. Like, seriously, I think I would have to think about that. I really think I would really have to sit down and pray about that and do some really deep thinking. Because you know how you can say, oh, I know such and such or whoever you with. But sometimes if you're not always with them, you might miss out on something. It could be something that you miss because of the fact you so involved or wrapped around them or in love with them that you could have missed something. And then, you know, the way these little young girls built today, Hunter, they could have easily thought that the person was older or could have assumed, but they could have, you know. But I don't know. Because it easily could have happened, though. Like, it really easily could have happened. Not saying they intentionally went out for a younger person, but the point is they still was with that younger person. So they're going to be charged whether they thought that younger person was grown or not. So I don't know. I would really have to, like, question them. Now, I will have a conversation with them and question them. Like, question them like I'm the judge, I'm the lawyer, I'm the bail bondsman, I'm the CO, I'm the warden. I'm going to question them like I'm everybody. Like, you guilty. You got to tell me and prove it to me that you not. Because why out of all people they would charge you? Like, why did they pick you and say you did something? Out of all people, why would they pick you? Did you have a conversation? Like, how do they know you? Like, I would be asking all these questions. They're going to have to give me some legit answers. Make it make sense, baby.
So you're going to ask those questions on the phone? Or you're going to ask them after you get them out of the jail?
Send a telegram, send a letter, write it up on the window in the jail. It don't matter. I'm going to need to ask these questions.
Well, you know, a lot of people, once they've been once they, you know, got charged with something, they're not going to answer those type of questions over the phone.
Oh, well, then you're going to stay in there because I'm not coming to get you then.
Because you're going
to have to make your choice. Either you're going to answer either you're going to answer the questions or you're going to sit in there until your court date because I'm not coming. Because suppose I get down there, you haven't answered nothing and you really did do it or whatever. And I then went down there, bailed you out.
That's the chances you take when you're dealing with someone. And it's when you're dealing with someone and not knowing exactly who that person is. Because sometimes you can actually think you know who someone is and you don't know. Exactly. So it kind of like puts you in a bad space where you don't know whether to stick beside the person or believe that person or believe a child because, you know, a lot of kids, we look at them with the innocent act anyway. We don't just look at them with, they telling a whole bunch of lies. They just trying to, get this person and that person locked up and stuff like that. Because, if it was my child and they come and tell me something like that, we always tell our kids to make sure that they're having those type of conversations with their parents. You tell them. Right. Because, a lot of kids don't want to open up and tell their parents because they don't think that they will even believe them anyway. Exactly. So it's like all the way around the board, it's just putting you in a bad...
You in a very bad space.
Right.
So with that being said, I don't think I will go down there and go get the person out. I really don't think I'll go running down there because of the fact I don't know. I would need those questions answered. Mm-hmm. And, and if it's someone that's underage that you don't know, because I would want to know, why would they say it was you? You had to have been around them or something had to have taken place. You had to have been in their presence for them to even pick you. So I wouldn't know because I would have to put myself in that other parent's shoes. If it was my child, how would I feel if it was my child and my child is telling me something and I'm acting based on what they're telling me? But here it is, the family member or the significant other of that person is running down there going to get them out saying, oh no, your child is lying. How would you feel? Because that's basically what you're saying. When you're running down there to go get that person out, you're basically saying that child is lying.
But we have a lot of mischievous children around here too.
Grown kids.
Grown hot pussy little girls that just want to, want to give up their goods, but want to sit around here and blame, the guy for it once another adult finds out about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, oh, now I'm sitting here with charges.
Right.
But like you said before, I don't know how old this child is.
Right. It could have been.
Because, it's great big booty, big
because some
busted
of these little
women,
teenage girls, honey,
little young girls that look like full-grown women.
Right. And they acting like full-grown women without paying the bills. Right. But shoot, you got some full-grown women that's doing it too. So I don't know. I just know, but time and history has proved that some people has been accused of rape or molestation and all that stuff, and then you find out later that it wasn't true. Mm-hmm. And that has happened.
Right.
But that's the chance you take when you are around some hot-tail little girls. That's a chance you take. But I don't think a grown man needs to be around a little fast little girl anyway. Or a little fast little girl needs to be around a grown man.
I got a question for you, Ms. Go-Getter. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to make sure that I heard you correctly, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Did you say anything about if you run down there to get the person, then you're admitting that the person was lying?
The child, the underage person.
So you feel as though if your significant other has been charged with the crime and you go down there to pick them up from jail, then that you're admitting...
No, you're not admitting anything. I'm saying, if you run down there and you don't ask these questions, so that she asked, how would I ask all these questions? Because most people, when they're arrested, they're not going to talk over the phone. I said, well, unless they're going to tell me, they're going to have to answer all these questions before I can go get them. Because you're going to have to explain to me for me to understand, and it has to make sense on why you was chosen as being the one by this person as being the one that did whatever the inappropriate act was that you did to them. So my thing is, if I run down there to go get you, soon they arrest you, I go get you, then yes, basically what I'm saying is I'm instantly believing you, and that underage child is instantly lying. Because no matter what you do, either way you're going to say, if you believe in this person, you can't believe both. So either you're going to believe your significant other or you're going to believe the child. So if you run down there without asking any questions or finding out what really happened or having that person explain to you how this could possibly be a mistake, and it makes sense on how it could have possibly have been a mistake, and you running down there getting that person out, then yes, you basically saying, I believe you, and this person that's saying you did this and that are lying. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. And I said what I said.
I don't agree with that. I do not.
And why? So you saying if you go down there?
I'm saying that to answer the part of my question, I'm going to get mine. And if I'm proven wrong at the end of the day, then that's on me. But my loyalty to my significant other is to come and get you. Now, you make an ass out of me,
but your
then I know
loyalty
not.
should be to yourself first. You should know what really happened.
Yeah, your loyalty is to yourself, but it's 3 sides to a story. Her side, his side, and the truth, correct?
Right.
So, what side are you going to be on first and foremost? My significant other side. I am. I'm going to be on his side first because that's who I'm with. That's who, you know, my loyalty lies with in the moment.
You have that hope that it's not true.
Of course.
You have that hope that
and you're supposed to have that hope.
Right.
Why are you dealing with someone
but there's going to be something in you that you're going to know that it's probably true. There's going to be something in you telling you, girl, if you don't sit down and hang that phone up from calling that bail's bond, and you know it's true. Leave that bail's bondsman alone because you know it's true. It's going to be something telling you. But if you're so involved in that person, you're going to pass all of that. You're not going to listen to none of that.
And you will still forget all of that you listened to when you find out. First of all, you got to do your job as a significant other, and you got to let the bondsman do their job to give them a bond. And you got to let. Then you got to let the judge do his bonds to find the person guilty.
So what happens? Okay, so let's say we went past all that. Get to court. You don't want to get him out, and you're like, oh yeah, baby, I believe you. He come home because he didn't talk to you over the phone. So he comes home and he tells you this story. Then you like telling one of your friends, like you telling me, and I'm looking at you like, girl, now you know that don't equal up to nothing. That makes no kind of sense. But let's say you like, because he said blah blah blah. Let's say he gets to court, found guilty. Then what? What you doing then? Do you accept the collect calls from that point on?
Well, if it's in my heart that the evidence that was on the table, that they lied on the table, if it's in my heart that, oh yeah, you know what? That had to happen because this time that aired up, looking at his face and this, that, and the third, me knowing my significant other plus knowing, you know, where I don't have to know the other person, but knowing my significant other, knowing his history of the things that he's done, knowing some judges are very like are wrong too.
Of course,
just because they go, oh yeah, you're guilty, then you're guilty.
So would that say you're going to think it's true or not, based on all that you just said? Knowing your significant other, knowing, oh yeah,
not necessarily, but what I'm saying is, I'm telling you what I would do in this situation. I'm gonna go get him if he's found guilty. After I go get him, and you know, me going get him from jail is not saying, oh, I believe that you didn't touch her.
Well, then what you going to get him for then?
What? Because I just told you.
Girl, I know you lying.
I just told you. I just told you that's my duties that's just like if it was on the other foot.
You should feel it in your soul like, oh, I know.
If it was on the other foot and I did it, I'm not going to want him to let me sit in there.
Even if you had doubts, are you questioning yourself? Are you questioning him?
I'm not. So you think anybody's going to want to sit in jail until it's time for their trial?
If he did that.
If you did it, are you going to want to sit in there?
Out. That's why you got to make choices and know not to do that.
Well,
so,
it's safe to say that not calling is going to get it. Should you need if you've been in trouble?
No, you can
because if you did
what your trouble is, but no, Gail. Depending on what your trouble is, but it's a whole difference when it comes to a child. There's a whole different thing. No, because I have granddaughters. No.
Now I would go and get the person out because one, you know, you're not going to be able to ask all the questions that you need answers to while they're down there. Correct. So I would get them out on the strength of that's who I'm messing with. So I'm going to get you out. But when I get you out, trust and believe it's going to be a long ride home. We're going to have a conversation the entire way home and then no sleep because I need clarification on what's going on. Then once I feel like what you're saying is true, then we'll just fight it in court. But I'm going to support you. I'm not going to automatically just throw you away because I won't want anybody to do me like that.
Right.
My point
but
exactly.
Still, no, but my point is No. You going to have to figure out a way before I come get you. There's no need for me to waste my time. There's no need. That's time wasted.
You're not a loyal significant other. Okay, so next.
So what if you talking to someone, you're in a relationship with someone, and your kids don't like them? Do you still give them the benefit and sit your kids to the side? Or do you leave them alone because your loyalty leaves them, and now your loyalty, Well,
I've been in that situation where...
So what did you do?
My kids don't even like their own fathers. So I brought them into the world and I had them. So me just leaving
Ain't no way
leaving them alone because of the choices that I made to be with that person. That's totally up to me. Because kids do have a mind of their own, but my children are more so like, okay, so my oldest two children, of course, are not by my last three kids' father. Right. So they didn't get along, or they didn't like who I was with the whole time I was with him, but it didn't stop me from being with him. Right. It didn't stop me from having kids now.
Why?
Because they're children. And for real, it's like when you have boys, they're so protective over their mothers that, like I said, sometimes they don't even want you to be with their fathers. But you got 5-year-olds that feel like that. Do you really think that they really, like, it depends on the situation. Is it what's the reason behind you not wanting me to be with him? Right. Because you didn't see us fussing and fighting?
Oh yeah, and that
or because you didn't see, or because you just don't like that person around you because y'all don't connect. Like, he not buying you toys or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if it's something like that, now, and that's true. That's true. A kid would not like a person because of what they didn't get them.
Right. Or simply because you're not my father.
Right.
So I don't like you. I don't want my mother to be with you.
Now the fussing and fighting, now if they're not liking the other person because they see the other person fighting their mom or fighting their dad or whatever, then that would be a good reason to go ahead and get rid of that person.
That's a good reason.
Because at the end of the day, you're damaging that kid, regardless of what. Because kids do have a voice, and sometimes, they can pick up things. It could be something like the person not treating them good. So even if you're with them and outside of that person not buying them toys or not taking them to McDonald's or wherever they want to go, the person just is a mean person, period. So let's say the person just a mean person, or the person was fighting their mother. At what point would you say, okay, I'm listening to my child and like leave that person alone? See, and my thing is, it's like, okay, if your kid is steady telling you like, hey, they're doing this or that to me, then at some point you do have to kind of break it. But I wouldn't say, oh, I'm gonna leave you alone because my kid don't like you. Why don't you like him? Oh, because he didn't buy me this, or he don't do this, he don't do that. No.
That's not a good enough reason.
That's not a good enough reason.
Well, I think everything deserves a conversation. So if your child comes to you, one, you know your child, right?
Right.
Well, you should know your child. And two, if they come to you and say, hey, I don't like Mr. Such and Such or Miss Such and Such, and you ask them why, and they can't give you a valid reason as to why, then at that time you have to have a conversation, or I will watch that child to see if it goes any further. And then if I see that it's progressing, then therefore I have to have a conversation with that child, let them know like, hey, what's going on here? Do you not like them because they're just now coming in? They didn't do something to you. They didn't give you something.
Yeah, they could easily not like them because they're someone new in their space.
Correct.
And the attention that you might have been giving that child is now turned to that other person a little bit. So that could be a reason why they don't like them either.
Or it could be the child could have lied to get attention, but on the flip side of it, it actually, what they said actually came true. So how would you deal with that then? Had you already had a conversation with your child, you've spoken with your significant other, then how would you handle it?
Handle what?
If they brought a situation to you and say, well, hey, Mom, Mr. Such and Such, he hit me, and and you ask the significant other and he says, no, I didn't hit him, but they have a bruise on them. And then you find out that something actually did happen. What would you do? You have been talking with this person. You're really feeling this person, but now it's something in the middle that can prevent you from going further with this person. What do you do?
Yeah, because you don't overstep your boundaries to touch my damn baby.
Yeah.
Don't touch my goddamn children. And that's a no-no. That's definitely a red flag. Don't touch them.
Right.
You tell me so I can discipline my own kids. You don't touch them. And early on or far out, you just don't touch somebody's children. So
they can buy themselves. They can do everything as a step parent should do, and somebody who's with their mother, but you don't want them to discipline them as far as putting a hand on them.
In that case, it depends on their relationship. Now, if that other person is there and acting as a step parent, like doing the things that a step parent would do, like he's making sure that the child has food, he's making sure the child has proper shoes on his feet, or he's making sure he's going to the barbershop and he's taking them to the barbershop, or he's going to his games. He's doing things that a dad would actually do. Mm-hmm. Now, if he's filling all of those roles, because you do have some stepdads that did completely take over the whole role. Mm-hmm. So if he's going to take over the whole role, then he needs to take over the entire role. So that goes along with discipline as well. So if he can do all the good stuff for him, then he should be able to discipline him too, to make sure, he know right from wrong or whatever. In that case, that's something totally different. But if you're talking about the kid just don't like that person don't really care too much for your kid, then that's a whole different, they're not doing those stepfather, stepson, or stepdaughter type of things. They just don't like each other. That's a whole different playing field right there.
But would that be a deal breaker for you guys though?
Well,
as far as the child,
what are you saying?
As far as if your child does not like your significant other, is that a deal breaker for you?
I would say it's a deal breaker. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker, but it could be like a little problem because you are responsible for that child. Like, you're totally responsible for anything that takes place or happen to that child until that child, is old enough. So with that being said, that means, okay, they don't like each other. They don't have to like each other, but if they in the same house, that child is a child, so he needs to be respectful. He or she still needs to be respectful, but that grown person too needs to be respectful for that child too.
But that child also has to be comfortable in their own household.
Own house, right.
Because that's their home first and foremost. Mm-hmm. It's just as much as their home as it is yours before the other person even get involved.
Exactly.
So, are my children going to be comfortable 100%? Yes. Now, if my children is making my significant other uncomfortable, and it's nothing that I can come in and say that changes that, then I'm kind of like at a standstill at that point.
You're at a breakup point. No,
I don't know, because some kids can be their own selves. Yeah. Around your significant other, and then your significant other is looking like, well, I don't like how your child's acting, or I don't like how your child treating me, or I don't like how your child disrespect me. That's the problem too. So I think it goes both ways, but
it does.
It's more so your child feeling more comfortable than your significant other, because at the end of the day, that's someone that you birthed. That's somebody that's going to be there.
That's true. But on the flip side,
significant other can come and go.
But on the flip side of that pain, if you're going to bring that significant other into the house with you and you're going to continue the relationship, that significant other has to be comfortable too. So you have to either have to split it.
That's why I said it's you at a road.
You have to kind of okay, look, we all in this house together. So you're uncomfortable that they're here. You're uncomfortable because my child has to stay here. They can't go anywhere. So it has to come to the point where you're either going to have to come to the table and say, okay, why you don't like them? Let him tell that grown person why they don't like them, or let that grown person say to you why they don't like your kid, whatever. Something have to work out. Either you're going to have to come to a decision on, okay, let's go our own way, or you go ahead on the move to your own place. But then if that's the case, if that person has to move to their own place, then you already know what road that relationship is going to start.
But do you have a conversation with everyone before you move the person in?
Yeah.
Because at some point,
especially if they don't like each other.
Right. At some point, right, the signs are already there.
Exactly.
So if the signs are already there, then you definitely have to gauge that it's just not a thing you just okay, okay, you can move in on the 15th. And don't talk with the child. Everyone have to sit down and have a conversation at the kitchen table. Right. This is what's about to happen. This is how it's going to happen. If something should happen, then this is what we're going to do.
Right.
At any given time, we have issues. We're always going to come back to this table and have a conversation.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's my thing. I think that's why they say, be careful who you bring around your children. Mm-hmm. And then when you do, make sure it's not the first time that they visit, it's not in the home. It should be somewhere y'all taking the kids out, you introducing your children to them, you seeing what type of relationship starts there, outside of the home. You can't just, first of all, you don't bring just anybody around your children, but when you do see things going to another level with you and your significant other, and it's time that y'all, move forward and y'all are thinking about moving with each other, then your children should start seeing that person more outside the home. Like I said before, it's the decision to move in because like you said, Gam, you know beforehand if your children are even comfortable with this person. But if y'all go out, for me, like my kids that went out like certain places and we just had like a family date. I mean, we're not family because we wasn't a family yet, considered a family, but just, like
an outing with the kids,
an outing with the children and seeing how they reacted, with your significant other. And then, your children constantly asking for the person, like, when Mr. Such and Such can come back around, or where that person at, or why that person,
might like him.
That means, that signs that, well, they like him. So that's a good way to go about that. But
so, Pine, I know you said about you don't want your significant other hitting your kid. What if your kid is on a school bus and a bus driver hit your kid, or even the teacher at school or someone hit your kid? How would that play out? But your kid was acting up. Because back in the day, like even when I was in elementary school, you used to get the paddle. The principal can spank you with the paddle.
He was in school when they was getting hit with the paddle.
Yeah, like when I was in elementary school, the principal had like a little paddle, and they can like.
Ain't no way the hell y'all that old.
Now, nobody said we that old, but
yeah, hit with the paddles and stuff.
I never got hit with the paddle though.
I never got hit in school, but I'm just saying I know people that have.
Like, but they had the paddle at the school with you.
Yeah, they had the paddle at school, girl. The
don't hit my children with no paddle, and don't raise that one at me either. Because if you raise one at me, if they had the paddle when I was coming up, Lord knows I would have been expelled for the rest of the school year because I'm gonna hit you with the paddle.
So basically, Pint is one of those that how right. Yeah. Pint is Miss Go Getter. Pint is one of those parents that when you call about the child, say, hey, little Michael in here cutting up, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you call her, she's arguing with you over the phone, and she come in and she fussing and cussing. You like, hold on, okay, now it makes sense where little Michael get it from,
right?
Because little Michael in here acting like he the teacher, and now the mother coming in.
So that would
doing the same thing. It would be a big problem.
Right. So that would be a problem for you.
Of course it would be a problem for me. Don't touch my children. This is a non-touching situation. Like, we're not touching in inappropriate ways at all. Like, we're not hitting them. We're not feeling on them. We're not doing none of that. Do not touch my children.
So there should be no hand, child contact.
Yeah, no hand, no child contact. You look at them, if your voice can't scream, you can even holler at them. Mm-hmm. Don't touch them.
So I got a question. Say if they're on the bus, right, and everybody know that they have cameras on the bus, right, and y'all together, and they pull over the bus because your child is being unruly on the bus, right? Now they call you and say, hey, you need to come get little Bobby because little Bobby cutting up on the bus. I'm not moving this bus, but in the process, when you get there, little Bobby trying to get off the bus. As he's trying to get off the bus driver kind of nudges him on the way down, kind of help him down the steps a little bit.
Steppers too.
To whereas when you come, then it's like your child, little Bobby is telling you, Mom, like, Mr. Such and Such, he pushed me down the steps. How are you going to react? What are you going to do? Yeah, you got a bus full of kids. What is I need your honest first reaction.
Did you push my baby down the steps?
Pint first, yeah.
Because he said you just fell. He fell at the bottom of the steps. Did you push him? Did you do that on purpose? Why do he feel as though you pushed him down the steps? Like, Why would he feel that way?
Yeah.
Why did you just push him? That's gonna be my honest reaction. Like, I want to know.
What about you, Ms. Go-Getter?
Now, if I'm walking up, and you say I see the bus driver push little Bobby down the step.
You just see him just.
I just see little Bobby just falling.
You just see him go down a little fast when the bus door is open.
Do the same thing. I would probably ask that question too. I would probably ask little Bobby, like, how in the world did you just fall down all those steps? Like, how did you just miss those?
Ms. Go-Getter, it's only like 3 steps on the bus. What bus you on? It's only like 3 steps on the bus.
It's still a lot for to be falling down. You on the top of the step and you done missed 2 and you're on the ground.
Yeah.
They the same steps that you just walked up on the bus. How did you miss them coming down? And if little Bobby say, oh, Miss Boom Boom just pushed me. Oh, me and Miss Boom Boom have problems now. That's pretty much how that's going.
But you have a bus full of kids, so
it don't matter to me. I had nothing to do with that.
You gonna haul off and hit Miss Boom Boom?
Oh, me and Miss Boom Boom has some problems. I don't have nothing to do with nobody else's kids on the bus. They need to come get their own kids to worry about if she's gonna push them down the steps next. Right now, I'm talking about little Bobby.
So you don't feel as though you have to.
So I'm gonna talk about little Bobby missing those 2-3 steps. I'm gonna talk about that one.
Now hold on, Ms. Go-Getter. Now I would never expect you to say that. Like, you really threw me for a loop here because at the end of the day, you know little Bobby bad as shit though. You know that.
And that's fine, I understand, but you're not going to push him downstairs. He could have hit his head. You know what I'm saying? He could have knocked out his teeth. Anything. Oh no.
But what if little Bobby told the bus driver, you need all your fat ass do is just sit up here. You can't even open the door.
I don't care what little Bobby, like for real though. I don't care what little Bobby said to that grown person or whatever. You grown. You don't push no kid down the steps. Now, even if she would have like grabbed him, okay, I would have even like, okay, you shouldn't have said that. But to push him downstairs or steps or whatever, yeah, we would have problems. That's a whole different thing. See, some things you can kind of like make sense out of it. But you pushing a kid down some steps and you're a full-grown person, you can't make sense out of that.
So you don't think that sometimes kids push teachers and bus drivers up to the limit, to whereas
yes, but you went to school to be a teacher. This is the job you chose. You should have been trained or knowledgeable enough on how to react to a child. That child should not be able to push your buttons, whereas you let that child see that they can push your buttons, so therefore they know what to do to push your buttons. You're going to have problems the whole school year because they're going to push your buttons the entire school year because you just showed them what to do to push your buttons. So my thing is, you're grown. You went to school for this job. You had training or whatever. You should already know how to handle. And if it gets to the point where they're pushing your buttons that bad, walk away. Walk away. Go make the phone call to their mother or excuse them out the class. But to push them or do something you pushing them, but that push could have turned into something more serious. So yeah.
Now, do you guys agree with this?
Issues, period. That's just point blank.
Do you guys agree with this or not? One of our viewers said, if he's messing up, let me handle it. But if my child tell me that you pushed him, I'm going to forget all and whoop your ass.
Exactly. My point exactly. That's exactly what I just said.
Open a good
so
can
true.
of that ass whooping.
So true.
Yes, that's
so
exactly
true.
what's going to happen because
Little Bobby might be clumsy too, though.
Exactly.
Because you could have 2 left feet. And that's
Because while y'all board driving, it might be a half a load. So Lil Bobby may be a little delayed. So being that Lil Bobby a little delayed, the man could have been helping him down helping him down the steps. But Lil Bobby wanted to think he could do it himself.
Right.
And he might miss them last 2 steps.
What? And that could be true, but that's something that you already knew before Lil Bobby walked up those steps. You already knew that your Lil Bobby had issues and he only was working with a half a loaf. You already knew all that stuff. So therefore, like, Lil Bobby, you so clumsy. Okay. Lil Bobby, how in the world you trip on your own feet? There's nothing there. But if Lil Bobby said, no, Miss Boom Boom just hit me in my back and knocked me down the steps, that's still a whole nother problem. Like,
yeah, but I get it.
what it is.
I get it. You guys are parents, so I get, how you guys would react. But I'm just saying, if it was a half a load and then you have the other little kids up there too, and then you get into a shouting match, or y'all could possibly get to fighting. Because Mr. Boomin, whatever the bus driver name, he could be a little ratchet. He might want all the smoke too.
And I'm gonna give it to him too.
And I bet you won't ride another. I bet you won't. He might drive another bus, but it won't be for Suffolk Public School.
No,
I bet you Mr. Boom Boom, Miss Boom Boom, or whoever else won't drive another bus for Suffolk Public School. You might be driving what's
nowhere. They won't be driving nowhere.
Arlington Woods somewhere.
Yeah, something.
They won't even be over there either.
I got y'all? I got a question, and I've been thinking about it for the last couple of days, and I don't know, but you guys let me know how you would feel about it.
Okay.
What if your friend was talking to somebody, right, and you saw that person out with someone else? They were actually, real live jive cheating on them. Would you tell? I ain't even gonna say would you tell your homegirl or your homeboy. Would you say something to the significant other about it, like, hey?
Actually, me, no. I don't feel like that's really my place. And I'm not my business. Huh?
Pint said,
Yeah, see, I know she probably would tell, but that has happened. I have been out and seen, like, one of my friends, significant other, with someone, and we walk right, face to face to each other, and I'm like, oh, hey, but I never said anything, because it's like, I don't know really what they have going on. I don't know what could have took place. Just because I might think that they're together, they might not really be together, and I'm running around going, oh, guess what? I don't have time for all that.
Beyond
that's kind of like their issue that they would have to deal with. Like, if I saw my friend, they would have to, like, deal with that. Now, if me and the friend is real tight, now I might, if I really know, have more insight into their relationship, then I might be like, oh, I saw, Big Bobby, at such and such. Oh, who he was with, girl? Oh, I don't know who she was. Something like that. But if they get to asking me all questions, I'm going to be like, I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't know. Don't ask me too many more questions. But no, I'm not going to instantly go pick up the phone, run in the call, and say no.
But hold on. Back up, Ms. Go Getter. See, you a little shady because I heard you. You specifically said her. She didn't ask you. You didn't say he was out with the boys. You said, I saw him, or I don't know her.
Yeah, I'm going to slide that in. It's going to be up to you to catch that. But I'm not going to go into no details. I'm not going to say, girl, I saw Big Bobby with this girl. She was da-da-da-da-da.
Not Big Bobby.
Girl, you need to come up here, girl. I ain't doing all that. Because for one, I'm not going to want my friend to come up there and get in trouble, because then you up there acting a purity fool, and we out in public, and then they done called the police. That's a whole different, But I might later on say, oh yeah, I saw Big Bobby the other day. Oh, who he was with? I don't know who she was. And leave it just like that.
No, see, you, no, that's some old shady shit there, Miss Go Getter. But Pint, she said it, but indirectly.
Beyond reasonable doubt, I'm coming with the whole entire story from what I seen when I first laid my eyes on it to what I seen when I couldn't see it no more.
Would you call right then and there?
Yes, I'm calling in.
Oh,
I'm calling in. Girl, do you know I just walked in the door and seen such and such and such. I don't care if it was your ex-boyfriend. You're going to know it.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to tell you.
But
I'm going to really tell you. And I ain't going to say, oh, I thought y'all was something. No, I did not. That's what I thought.
But look.
And I don't know who it is.
Hold on, Pine. Let me
might
say
be
this,
his sister. But you will know he was with his sister.
Wait a minute. But let me say this. But you have to admit, most females, when you tell them stuff about their significant other and you in their relationship, they feel a certain kind of way, and they feel a certain kind of way to you because you told. A lot of females feel that way.
I don't care about that person, and I can promise you that person probably know that if Pint just seen me, I'm going to either get a phone call in a minute.
I'm talking about your friend. Your friend might feel a certain kind of way, like every time she calls, she telling me about you or telling me about Big Bobby goes, oh, but then you don't need to talk to her no more.
Big Bobby.
Then she started distancing herself from you.
Bye.
Because you always telling her something that you doing. Why you always there? How you always happen to see him?
You ain't gonna never be able to say she didn't tell me.
Right. And
so
then
it's damn if you did, damn if you don't.
Right.
And what you're not gonna say is that she didn't.
So if it's damn that you did and damn that you don't, then I'm gonna do the don't because it don't really matter.
No.
Well, especially you're gonna keep being with him anyway. So
I'm gonna do the do and tell your ass what you.
I don't know.
You decide to be with him the next hour after I saw him, then that's your business. But I told you, so it really it did something for me, even if it did.
What did it do for you? Because how did that affect you? So what would it have done for you? It had nothing to do with you. So what did it do for you? If it had nothing to do with you?
Know that you can trust in me to tell you that your man is doing you like a dog.
Some people might just look at her like, damn, she just tell everything. She always bringing me something. Bringing me a dirty bone.
She done bought me a dirty bone and I dug and it came out dirty, but she knew that this, at the end of the day, she told me that he was a dog. Every time she bought a bone, she knew something was true. It was true. It might have been messy, but it was messy on him because he shouldn't have been out there with the dirty dog.
Right. Oh, now you know.
So
how you know the other person dirty dog?
Because she probably the dirty dog because she probably knew about you.
Pint.
So you mean tell me you see baby somewhere and you ain't gonna tell me, Miss Go Get Her? We got a motherfucking problem.
No, ma'am.
And you
no,
say
ma'am.
got a problem because Virginia do.
And see, you know, and that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. It depends on who the person is that you're telling, because you have to realize it can cause like Pint. She's already telling you when she see him when she coming in the door.
First of all, if I see baby, let me make this very clear for everybody. If I was to see baby, trust me, Pint would not know at that moment. She would not.
No, because she'd come and cause a scene.
She would not know.
Yeah, she would come and set it off.
And that's on everything.
Yeah, I'm an ignorant fool. And if you ain't ready to act,
and you wouldn't know because I wouldn't tell you. I keep right on going about what I was.
No,
but that's a shame.
But see,
I want to know then so I can pull up on
no,
you.
Now,
even if you got to go run in the bathroom.
Who gonna be with them kids while you downtown somewhere?
knows that you is. Ain't no way you gonna call me right then.
Oh no.
And if you don't call me, you better ask him. Who is that baby when you speaking?
See, now that's what I would do. I would stop and talk because when I did see my friend like that, I did stop and talk to them. When I saw my friend's significant other, I did stop and talk to them, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on? So what you been doing?"
Right.
And they said, "Where's such and such?" I did do that, but I still didn't go back and call. And I didn't say, "Well, what you doing?" I didn't ask that. I just said, because to me, that's me letting you know I see you.
Right, but I feel like if you're out in a public setting. If you're out in a public setting, though, you're already saying F whoever is out here anyway.
Right. You already saying it.
Right. So that means that if you're out here, it's free game. It's fair game. Yeah. But I'm not going to say anything. Like, I don't care if you stretched out on the floor. And then it really depends on, I'm not going to tell Pike anything like that. Today, tomorrow, or the next day.
Some people you have to know who to tell certain stuff to. Because at the end of the day, you might not see it as looking out for you, but at the end of the day, it's looking out for you because of your behavior. So, my thing is, if you calling your friend right then, to me, you're instigating your friend. And how true of a friend really is that if you instigating your friend to come out and act a purity fool in public that can lead them downtown? They got kids sitting at home, but they outside acting the pure fool. How supportive of a friend really is that? And then that be the same friend that ain't gonna come get you.
What you say, Pint?
These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes is not loyal. Gam said she wouldn't tell me.
No, I wouldn't.
Tomorrow or the next day. Miss Go Get Her saying she's not gonna tell me. She can tell me, but she can also diffuse the situation when she see that it's about to go to the left one, about to go to jail. She put me in the car and say you about to come out there.
So you want me going to jail because I'm not gonna tell you to come out there. I'm not gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that either.
Right on going. So if I see them walking out the movie and I walk in the movie, I'm gonna keep on going and go watch my movie and eat my popcorn.
But I will say something too. Depending upon the guy, like if it was Baby, I would say something to Baby because I'm like, look. I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. Look, bro, like I don't even care what it is. But I'm gonna need for you to tell her when you go home. And then I'll back you up and say, yeah, I did see him. Other than that, I don't have anything to do with it because you need to make it right before you get home.
So you want him to go home and say he was okay?
Yes. Text or something and say, look, I ain't coming home tonight because, I mean, you might as well go
because I was out cheating and I saw Gail.
Exactly. Exactly, because I need to be able to sleep at night. Just like Pint just said, everything is for her. It's for me, because if I call her and she get in some trouble, then I don't feel like I got to bail her out.
Right.
I don't feel like if the girl get the best of her, I got to get in it.
Right. So now you all in a whole bunch of stuff. Now y'all both down there. Then y'all calling my phone. Now I got to get up and go bail both of y'all out.
Oh, we already know we're not calling you.
Oh, because you
ain't gonna answer the phone, first of all. Number two,
that's a whole lot of
But
questions.
who is this calling my phone at 12 something at night, Lord?
949 number. I don't even know this number. It's the jail. It's the regional. So you know 949 is regional. You better pick it up.
Like, who is this calling my phone? Why are they calling my phone this late?
I don't know, y'all.
Call my phone at 3 a.m. like it's 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, this girl is calling my phone at 3. Like, what is going on? But you know, when you get calls like that, you instantly think something
is wrong. Mm-hmm.
I just be wanting to
You
talk.
be wanting to chit chat. Ain't no way in the world you think you chit chat with me at 3.
I don't know. I just, with the mind I have today, I don't see me calling Pint and just telling Pint, because it's gonna go bad. It's gonna go bad, and I need to be able to sleep at night.
It is gonna go bad.
So I just feel like you out there doing your thing.
Like that to me. That's kind of like an iffy situation anyway. Because, and the reason why is because if you don't call, that person can feel a certain kind of way. If you do call, it can put them in a bad situation. I'm
gonna act like I don't see you. That's it. I'm gonna act like I don't see you.
Now, I ain't gonna act like I'm not gonna see you. Now I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let you know I see you, because I am gonna speak. I just want you to know that I see you. Like, even if I got to walk all the way over to where you are, I do want you to see me.
Oh no! Hold on, Miss Go Getter.
You're gonna tell it, but you're just not gonna tell it right then.
I'll probably eventually maybe tell it.
So you're eventually gonna tell it. So you're gonna eventually tell it whenever you feel like the time is right, and we might be in a good space. So once you eventually tell it and we in a good space,
baby,
you're gonna put us back in a bad space, and I'm gonna knock the hell out of them, because you just told it.
Guess what? Y'all ain't gonna be in no good space no way, because he probably just out with you right then, but he got to hurry up and get to the next date. So y'all really ain't no good space. In your mind, you in a good space. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to bring your mind back to reality so you can match his mind.
Miss Go Getter, bring her mind back to reality a whole lot, because a couple of episodes ago, she said that, she said that the side chick's winning. So
it's going to be winning because you was at home. And
exactly.
She was movies.
Side bitches are.
Okay, well, she winning though. Get her that.
They are winning. They are winning in a lot of ways, and us, us supposed to be main females. They are winning.
So okay, so let's move on.
Just don't call Pint.
Yeah, so we already know about that. As far as you ain't gonna know. So you don't have to worry about going to jail that night. You don't have to worry about leaving the kids at home because you in jail. You don't have to worry about me trying to figure out the bail bonds. None of that. You don't have to worry about me having to jump in because the girl whipping your tail. None of that.
Just worry about how my pull-up game strong at any time, so it don't matter. Go ahead.
It's a firecracker.
Okay, so what about fear of success? There's a lot of people.
Boy, got chills.
Yeah, because, that's a serious thing. Like when sometimes people can be headed in the right direction for success, but they could sabotage their own success because of that fear of what it could really be, of their dreams becoming their reality.
Doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're like, okay, how can I maintain that, or how can I really do it, or am I really worthy of it? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some people really fear that. So they stay in their comfort zone, what's comfortable, what they know, what they always know. Mm-hmm. So they don't leave and take that leap, or they don't go ahead on and walk that road because of the fact they're fearful of that success, on how to, really enjoy it. Because, most people, before they actually become successful, they already had that dream of it or vision it. Mm-hmm. So now it's like your dream is becoming a reality, and it's like, wait a minute, hold up, something's going to happen, something's wrong. That has happened to me before, where I'd be like, okay, like if I be praying about something that I want to do or I want to get or whatever, and then it happens, I'd be feeling like sometimes, and it could be anxiety, where I'd be like, okay, why did this just happen? Okay, is something going to happen? Is something bad going to happen? Mm-hmm. But, I keep on going, though, because my thing is I get anxious, but I get excited. Like, oh my goodness, I was thinking about, I had this vision and I saw the whole thing, and I'd be like, it was like this, it was like that. And then when it comes before me, I'm like, yo, it's about to happen. I get anxious. But I get excited where I be like, yes. And I be like, oh my goodness. Okay, I got to maintain. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people actually have a fear where they don't go no further than, where they stop. It's like, okay, no, I ain't going to go down no further. Me, I'm going to keep going. I might be anxious, but I'm going to keep going.
But I think a lot of us, though, at some point, like everybody always say, only person can hold you back is you.
It's yourself. Right.
Right. And we get all that. But I think, at some point we all have a fear of success. Maybe, I don't know if it's a fear of failing.
For me, that's what I would say more so. Because it could be for most people. But because once you obtain a certain level of success, to maintain it becomes the other
even
issue.
Harder. Right.
You have to do more than what you did before to get it. You have to do more to keep it.
That's right.
Because it becomes harder, so you have to keep doing something different. You got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. It's not like, oh, well, I'm here. Okay, now let me stop. No, you have to maintain it and keep it.
So if a person that has that fear, or you feel as though that's where they're at, like how do you tell them, or how do you push them past that point?
You talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, as far as, I think what I would just say to them is just keep going, because if you dreamed it, why, even if you dream because it's something you want, or was something that was placed in your dream, because maybe it's something that is meant for you and God is trying to lead you that way, why not just go for it? Like, you would never know really what you could obtain by just going for it. Just go for it. That's all I can say.
Right, but you're telling you would tell them to go for it.
Yeah,
but
just keep going, don't stop. And I would pretty much just tell them, just keep going, don't stop. Don't let the fear stop you, and just stop. Even if you have to stop, take a deep breath, look at it, rethink, whatever. But I would just pretty much just tell them to keep going, don't stop. Because if you have a vision of it, and this vision, and you have the full vision, there's a reason.
It is a reason, but at the same time, it's go-getter. If I'm kind of nervous, I'm kind of scared of where God's trying to push me.
Right.
I mean, he's telling me to go, but now he's kind of like pushing me there.
Right.
But because he's pushing me out of my comfort zone, I'm backing up. Because it's like, one, I'm afraid of failure. I don't know what I'm actually doing. So it's like a lot of uncertainties there.
Yeah. But of course there's going to be a lot of uncertainties. But only thing I can do is tell you to keep going. Unless you release that fear yourself, there's nothing I can do to make you release the fear. You see what I'm saying? So the only thing I can do is tell you based on my experience. The only thing I can do is tell you to keep going. And be there, to try to help you if I can, because, I don't mind helping anyone. But if I can help, then I'll do that too. But if it's something that he has for you, I can't step in and receive it for you.
No,
you have to receive it for yourself. So sometimes what will happen is you will have things removed so you can move forward. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't go ahead and take those steps, sometimes he'll move whatever you holding on to, like say you in a relationship, but you want to move forward, right? But you won't take that step. He will remove that person that you're in a relationship with, so you won't have no other choice but to go and move forward.
Move forward, what you mean? Like far as in a relationship?
Yeah, move forward to whatever he's pushing you to do.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever he wants you to do, or whatever he's giving you the vision or the dream of. So you don't want to go there because whatever might be hindering you, or your fear, or whatever it could be, he can remove those things from you so you won't have no other choice.
Right. Now, he definitely will do that.
But to go forward.
He definitely will do that. Miss Pint, have you ever felt that way before? Or do you have a fear of success?
Yeah.
Wow.
I get stopped all the time. Like, I'll be doing something that I feel like I'm going on the right track and I'm doing just the right things, and then something will come up and I feel like something is just like got me at a roadblock. Like, why can't I get past this point? Like, even if it's money, if it involves money, or it involves more focused concentration and stuff like that, I just feel like sometimes my mind just be all over the place, that it just stops me from just getting ahead.
But that doesn't sound like, I mean, I'm not a therapist or anything, but that doesn't sound like a fear of success. That may be just who you, I'm not going to say who you are, but it may be the devil just trying to
hold her back.
It's right. It's just all of it.
Yeah. But it could be something that she's doing, unintentionally, because it is a fear of success. So it could be a behavior that she's displaying unintentionally. Like, how come every time you getting to the point of almost being successful or reaching that vision of yours,
another level, right?
Going to that next level, all of a sudden you have all these other distractions. Mm-hmm. It could be because you are allowing the devil to distract you by telling you, hey, you can't do it, or throwing these obstacles in your way because he already know you're not going to do what you need to do to go past it.
Or it may be a sense of normalization for her, though. Right. It may be a sense of normalcy for her, though.
Right, her comfort zone, right.
Yeah. It's almost like I be asked, I pray to God to order my steps. Mm-hmm. And then as he, orders them, like it seems like my foot just won't move.
Yeah, and then you're hard-headed, too. That's another thing. You're very hard-headed.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I said you're very, hold on, let me speak a little loud. I said you're very hard-headed. Yeah, you are. You're very hard-headed. Like, Pine's the one like I can tell her, keep going, Pine, let me show you. And she'll still take the other road. And it's like, what? Like, well, I didn't tell you to turn left. I told you to keep straight. Then turn the second right. She didn't turn the first left 20 minutes ago. And it's like, what?
So that's the same way she probably do with God, too.
Yeah, exactly.
He's telling her to turn left. And she's saying, well, God, what you mean turn left? I've been going right the whole time. So guess what? I'm going to continue to go right. And guess what? He going to make you.
Right, because, sometimes when you're trying to do things right, sometimes when you're trying to do things, like you said, you're telling him to order your steps. So he might have been ordering your steps and telling you, but he see you hard-headed. So sometimes, just like I said, that sometimes he'll remove stuff out your way so you can go ahead and take that step. But sometimes he'll put someone or something there so they can help you follow those steps that he's trying to order. He's like, okay, she hard-headed. Let me get somebody else to try to help her to push. So I'm going to talk to them so they can help her. And then if you still not doing it, then I don't know, like, at what point do it just, like, he just say, okay, now you just talking on deaf ears when you keep saying order my steps. And he's like, girl,
she's not putting in the work, though.
I ordered your steps several times. I done put someone there to help you order your steps. You still not ordering your steps. I didn't remove people out your life, and you still not doing it. So now it's like, okay, we done. I'm not listening now. You figure out. You go back and you reflect.
Stop listening.
You go back and you reflect on what I already told you.
Yeah, I think sometimes we say we want things, and we
really want it?
But do we really want it? Because just because you ask for it or you pray for it, and you challenge God on some things, doesn't mean He's gonna do it, because you still have to put in that work.
You have to put in that work.
You have to put in
some work.
Everything requires work. You're not gonna get anything without putting in that work. Worth having anyway.
No, you're not going to get anything without. And then the things that you want yourself, you have to put in more work, for yourself. And then you have to prepare yourself. You have to be ready because, a lot of times, you have to do the work. You have to get yourself ready. But I don't feel as though if you're not ready, He's going to really and you really, really praying for it. He know He has something for you. Now, if it's just something that, everyone has a talent, a skill. There's some people just blessed with, what they pray for. And it seems like it just comes, for them. But I believe if you have like a natural born talent or skill that He has blessed you with at birth period, because your steps are ordered that way already, then it's going to happen regardless.
But you still have to work at it.
Yeah, you have to work at it, but I'm talking about whether you're ready or not is what I'm saying. But if it's something that you kind of set for a goal and you prayed about or whatever, I do believe with that, you have to work at it. Everything you have to work at. But I do believe that He's not going to fulfill that prayer until you do your work and you're ready. But then He might lead you. Then it all of a sudden it opens up, because if you're not ready mentally You know what I'm saying? Or if you always saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, then it's like, well, you say you want to run a $5 million business, but you can't even, get your kids to sit down in a straight line in Indian style. Mm-hmm. How are you going to run a $5 million business? Or you might say, oh, well, I want to get a larger house. Well, you can't even manage the smaller house that you have now. How are you going to manage a larger house? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I do think you have to work at it and be ready and be prepared.
Yeah, I think we all have talents. Yeah. We just have to
I don't know what my talent
hone
is.
in on what our talents are, what our actual gifts are. And that's just that. I don't know. I just think a lot of times, I think me personally, God sometimes you can wear him so much, and you say, God, what I want. And when he can say, you know what? Okay, here you go, and give it to you. Mm-hmm. And it happens so fast, and it's so overwhelming. Mm-hmm. It goes away before you can even grab it. Mm-hmm. So I just think sometimes we have to be careful what we ask for, because we just might get it.
Yeah, because, speaking of that right quick, and I know we have to get ready to wrap up. Ooh, that went by fast. But sometimes, we can also have fear of doing things because of support. We might feel as though, are we really going to have the
lack of support, right?
The lack of support. Mm-hmm. So,
and that's a huge fear, because what if you invest all that you have in something in hopes that you get the support that you want and you don't?
But one thing I learned, and even at a business meeting today, what the guy said, but I knew, but he also said it at the business meeting today. He was like, when you doing something, you can't do it based on your friends and family.
That's right.
You have to do it based on everyone else out in the world, not your friends and family, because more than likely, your friends and family aren't going to be the first ones that you get as support anyway. Mm-hmm. And even if you do get one or two of your friends or your family to support you, you can't run a whole $5 million business off of those one or two.
That's right. That's
you
right.
See what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Anyway, before we wrap up, let's talk about these tickets. We have a few tickets left.
That's right. Get these tickets.
Those tickets are getting down. They almost gone, girl.
How many tickets to be exact?
I don't know how many tickets exactly. You don't know the exact count, do you, Gail?
Is it over 20? Mm-mm.
I think...
it's less than 20.
Yeah. Okay. So, people, don't forget the tickets. With the tickets you're going to have... you want to get to dress up. You're going to have a good time. You're going to have food. You're going to have drinks. You're going to have good music. You're going to have a whole comedy show. Mm-hmm. You just going to have a good old time, and you're going to get to be out the house, You're
going to get to be actually beautiful. This is like going all the way back to some of y'all didn't enjoy the days where there was prom, and then y'all look at the younger girls and how they put on these dresses these days, and you just put that in the mind.
I beg to differ. This has nothing to do with prom at all. So we don't want people to think that this is going to be a prom.
Well, no, it's not going to be a prom, but they're going to get it dressed up.
Right? Get dressed up like they're going to the prom.
Yeah.
They're going to have on gowns, baby. They can wear a gown that's got a whole tail in the back if they want to. However they want to. They can
step on them then.
Cuts around the bust areas. They can wear see-through gowns. They can wear whatever they want to, as long as it's a nice formal gown.
Yeah, and they don't even have to wear a gown. They want to wear tux. If the ladies want to put on tux too,
it's actually even better.
Yeah. So it's like,
if you want to pull up in a limousine, you can.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the limousine. Then that's going to be really
that's going to be.
But so anyway, people, those who want to go ahead and get their tickets before they are gone, and you miss out, and then you be sitting at home, sad, watching everybody post their pics, looking nice and beautiful, gorgeous. The guys looking handsome and cleaned up
at the Botanical Garden.
Yes.
Be so nice.
Come on out. It's going to be Darren Fleetwood.
Darren Fleet. Darren Fleet.
Darren Fleet. I'm sorry, y'all.
I can't wait to tell him you call him Fleetwood, because he's going to burn you up.
Ooh, yes. It's going to be Darren Fleet.
Please don't let me forget, y'all.
Gam in the house. You're going to have Miss Gogan in the house. You're going to have Pint in the house. You're going to have Rock in the house. You're going to have Ida in the house. You're going to have all the way to Gam Minute in the building.
And most importantly, we're going to have y'all in the house.
Yes.
We're going to have y'all in the house.
Get to enjoy. Everybody going to fellowship and have a good time.
And unfortunately, but fortunately, this is our last Thursday on Facebook.
On Facebook Live. So next week, we will be on YouTube Live only.
It's like a bittersweet moment, though.
It is. And you know what? When Pint just said, I just felt kind of sad.
Yes.
But you know, all good things come to an end. Sometimes you got to.
So we need all of you to make sure you subscribe, download YouTube if you don't already have it on your laptop, iPad, phone.
YouTube doesn't come on the phones.
Some people don't already have it.
Continue, share, and subscribe.
Right, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube so you can catch us next Thursday, 7 o'clock on YouTube.
Most importantly, though, once you subscribe, you have to hit the notification bell because the notification bell alerts you, let you know that we're on.
That we're on.
So we look forward to seeing you guys. There's going to be more interaction. And the reason I'm going to let you guys know is because it's just time. It's just time to move. You know, sometimes, you know, you're stuck in one place and it's just, you know,
time to move on to YouTube.
You got to move. You got to move. So we'll be able to interact with you guys a lot more. And
so y'all
it'll be
come
better.
on over. See you next week, 7 o'clock p.m. on Thursday, YouTube. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Check us out on ebny.tv as well as Blackjack TV, Pandora. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Podcasts, Powered by Virginia Radio, Internet Radio, which is Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m. Check us out. As the girls say, stay tuned and wait again a minute. Good night.
Good night.